This is Milan from Hypermedia, and in today's video, this is going to be actually another episode of 0 to 100, 10k, sorry, on social media. And today's topic is going to be YouTube and how to grow from 0 to 10k on YouTube. Yeah, probably you see my YouTube views and YouTube engagements and all that kind of stuff. I don't get as much engagement in this channel because yeah, this is kind of a niche channel and a niche topic, but I have other channels which are kind of bigger, so I I hope I can give you a lot of advices about how to grow on YouTube and how to grow your YouTube channel, and a lot of helpful tips, guys. So let's start with the first tip and the first thing you need to do when you are starting your YouTube journey. So your YouTube journey is going to be, I think, the hardest one of all of the social medias, because on YouTube, the beginning, the starting phase is the hardest one. And in order to get this right, you have to have a really good profile, which you can set up, by the way, pretty easily. You just have to have kind of a good profile picture, and you can use from all social media for this. But yeah, you have to have like popping one. But the most important thing about YouTube is not the profile picture and not even the name. The most important thing about YouTube is the index picture, the titles, and the descriptions, what you are putting into those things. And in order to get this right, I'm going to give you some tips, but I'm going to talk about how much content you should make, how you should make those contents, and what types of content are there. So let's start with the profile. You make it, yeah, it's pretty obvious. Right now you have standing with a bare bone, just your YouTube channel. So you need to upload your first video. And how, not how you can upload it pretty easily. You just record it like me. You can do it as I do it, informational type, and a sit down video with a few angles. Actually, I experimented with it with few angles, so not just sitting down and just talking to the camera, which is yeah, by the way, you can experiment with it how you want. It's different for every niche and for every content type. So the content types are basically informative. There are two main types: faceless and with face, basically. And I made a video about how you can make faceless videos, but right now we are going to talk about every kind of types. So the faceless type, you have like animation, you have like the B-roll ones, you have like the stock video ones where you have the drawing ones when you're when a hand is drawing something on a whiteboard. Basically, this guy called the whiteboard videos, or there are the animation videos, which are performing, by the way, really good, because people like those to explain certain topics and certain kind of niches. As well as for faceless videos, there are the ones that you are using B-rolls and using other kinds of things and other kinds of video formats, or basically a presentation sort of, and you just make your voice over it. These are the faceless types. The face types are vlogs, information, sit down types like this. Not just informational, but let's stay with that. So vlogs, informational type, cooking videos, all kinds of stuff. But basically the main takeaway of these two is that the ones that are vlogs and ones that are not vlogs, basically that's the two main content type in face kind of videos, in the videos that you have your face in. And usually in certain niches, certain things tend to perform better. However, yes, so these are the main types. But as I always say, with, for example, with types of content, with entertainment and information and all kind of stuff, you can mix and match them, because basically you have to customize all your content to your personality. So basically, for me, I like this kind of informational, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting better at it. But I do vlogs in my other channels, and they are performing good, and I'm getting better at that. So basically, you have all the kind of types which you can mix in order to get you the best result as you can. So you have to personalize it as much as possible. So these was the content types. So you made your first video according to these content types. And yeah, basically later on you will test which perform better for your niche, for your content, for your personality. And then you will pop up the screen that you are uploading the video, and you will have the screen to put the tag, the title, the description, the index picture, other kind of settings, and under that tags. So this is a very important step right now. Titles. You have to make title that is a hook, or in YouTube and in social media we call it clickbait, but in copywriting, by the way, it's hook. So you have to make a title that's going to be grabbing the eyes of the potential viewer, because this will be the first or the second thing they will see about your content, not the video, not anything else. They will see first your title, because yeah, that's going to be appear on their recommendation, on their feed. And the other thing will be index picture, and that's, I'm going to talk about it and the relationship between the two. But right now let's stay with title. So you have to have, I recommend to you to use all the 100 characters if you can, and try to be relative to your kind of post. But I'm not saying that you should use a title that is relative to your post but not too clickbaity. So you have to be a little bit thinking out of the box and try to think what people should be typing into the search bar to find your specific video or find your specific information in your video. And you have to, you can have, and you can use, and you should use, by the way, research before you start your title. And yeah, basically you have to research it. So for description, for first, I recommend to have like a bare bone of description, so description set, which going to be including your links, affiliate links, your website link, your service link, your all the kind of stuff, as well as a small video description, which are going to be including a lot of tags, which I'm going to be talking about, a lot of tags. And as well as I like to include my whole title in my description, since it's going to be performing better in your CEO, and I'm going to be talking about that too. But I like this way. So an introduction, a little just hey guys or something like that, and then a little description about your video, then your title, for example, then a few hashtags. I highly recommend to use a few hashtags. It's not going to hurt, it's going to be beneficial for your algorithm. On YouTube, the hashtags are not that much important. I'm not really seeing the too much growth from it, but you can use them, as well as your links them. And yeah, basically that's it for your Google description. And then here comes the fun part, the index picture. So the index picture have to be eye-catching, something that's going to be out of your ordinary, something that's going to grab your eyes and not gonna let it slide, and something that is related to your title. So for example, let's say your title now is personal branding, so your video is about personal branding, your title is the best personal branding tips, for example. Sorry guys. So the best personal branding tips, that's your title. In your index picture, I would like to see not the same as the title, but really close to it. So, for example, how to start personal branding, or what to do with personal brand, or something like that. Pretty similar to personal branding, but not the same, because you want to attack and want to use a different hook which has the same behind message than the first hook you used in your title. And as I said, this is the first or the second one that your potential viewer will see. The title will be the first or second one, as well as the index picture. It depends on where they see it, but it doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that you have to use relatable, of course, related to your content, but kind of different hook than your title, because then you are going to missing out on one opportunity. Because if you use two hooks, then going to be better than if you are using just one hook 2 times. Isn't it obvious? I hope it does. And then you will get a lot of settings which going to be like, what is this content all about, and all kind of stuff, which you should be researching what your content about, and you already know probably, but yeah, this is it. And then you will come to the tags. So for tags, I recommend to include your whole title, and as I said, you should use these tags as, think about it as like a CEO on Google, because basically it is. You should including tags and putting in tags that the people will search for, or at least there will be in the search term that they will put in. And this way you can get a more related search, as well as a more specific search, and get more views and get more eyes on your content, actually. Because and yeah, by the way, you have 500 tags, use them all, and try to use related hashtags, tags, and try to use always popping ones. Basically, that's all. And how you know it's popping? You can use other kind of Chrome extensions or browser extensions. I use Ted Bundy. This is really good, by the way. It shows your CEO score, which I'm trying to always go for the 100, or at least 90. That's the minimum, but always go for the higher the better. And yeah, so then you will start to uploading your video and start to go further and further. And now let's talk about how you can grow. So of course you can grow with your content, basically organically, but you have a few other options to, let's say, enhance that organic growth. For first, you can enhance that organic growth with diversifying your actual content. So you will putting out your content to your other social medias like IG, Facebook, or TikTok, or other places and other social medias. So you have to be basically just shouting out yourself, actually. On TikTok, for example, on YouTube Shorts, on Reels, on IG Stories, on all that kind of stuff. You have to be shout out yourself. This is the best way to grow, especially if you have other social media sites and you have following there. If you don't have them, yeah, it's not going to be that helpful tip, but I have a few for you. So with YouTube, there are not as many growth hacks, because, for example, you can't really use follow for follow or comment liking, all that kind of stuff, but you can use other comment techniques in YouTube too. So first, you have to go to your bigger competitors that you like and your content is related to, and you have to go there, turn on the post notifications, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and then when they upload a video, you will be the first one clicking that video, watching through, or not watching through, but scrolling through, or something like that. The thing is that you have to give them some kind of value to that video, be it your comment, and it's going to, and it needs to be in the first few ones. So I'm not saying that you should be the first one, because you can't, because the people is going to be there and commenting first, but they are not watching the video, so you don't have to be the first one, but at least in the first few hundred, because then a lot of people will see it. Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people, especially if you are writing a good comment. So if you are going to an entertainers, you have to be fucking funny, bro. So you have to be funny with your comment. As well as if you are going for an information and stuff, you have to be giving good information to that video. So writing down your experience or writing down something extra to that video. And then the next comment tactic is going back to that video where you posted your comment, and of course replying to the other comments if you get any, and as well as after a few hours or a few days going back and replying to a lot of comments under that video, and building actually relationship and being a part of that community of that particular YouTuber. And that's all. And that's going to be helpful. I'm not saying that this is the easiest and least time effective way of growing in YouTube, but as I said, YouTube is the hardest platform to grow, probably. So yeah, you have to be willing to put in the work. Actually, it's really hard. It's pretty hard, as well as making videos. It's pretty hard. So basically, that's the hardest platform out there, I think. And yeah, the other growth hacks is, for example, as I said, diversifying. You can use Facebook groups. So for example, if I joining a marketing group for my channel, I would be there for 2 or 3 weeks, engage heavily with all the comments and with all the posts, and commenting, liking, posting, everything heavily for a few weeks, every day for 30 minutes at least, going through a few posts, engaging, commenting, liking, all kind of stuff. And after 2 or 3 weeks, I asked the admins if I can post my video, because I think it's related to this kind of basically group, and it can help a lot of group members. And you can do that by, let's say, joining 5 groups and sitting down for an hour and replying a lot of comments, posting on every group, for example, and you will have 5 groups. And of course you can't post all of your videos on there, because then you're probably going to be a scammy person, and after that you have to engage again, by the way. So it is really time effective, not too time effective actually, time consuming thing to go on YouTube with these growth hacks, but this is where it is. YouTube is the hardest platform. And let's talk about how much you should post on YouTube. So as you can see, I post 2 times a week, which I missed the last upload, which I'm terribly sorry about, because I don't like to miss. And you shouldn't miss. So you should try to pick a posting schedule, let's say once a week, but I think it's not enough. You have to try 2 or 3 times a week even, and stick to it as much as possible. You have to stick to it, because consistency is key on every social media. As I always say, giving value is consistency, is the key of every social media's content marketing, because yeah, that's going to be the determining factor. Actually, that's that easy. So in order to get this underway, you have to start by setting up, let's say Monday 5 a.m. I'm gonna post that then, and Tuesday, for example, or Thursday 5 a.m. again, and 2 times a week, and always post Monday and Thursday for months. And then maybe if it's not the best time to post for your audience, then you're gonna change it after you get some audience and get some audience research and get something out. and you see that that's not the best time. And yeah, you can change it, and that's not going to be a problem, but you should stick to it as long as it possible, and never fall off the wagon, actually. So yeah, basically, and I recommend to post at least 2 times, at least 2 times. And let's talk about the new features of YouTube, and this is YouTube Shorts. I tried to experiment with it in this channel as well as on other channels, but the problem with YouTube Shorts is it's not the best, at least for me, because it's not like TikTok, so it's not going to push out your content. If you are already watching somebody, yeah, their content going to be getting into my short feed, but otherwise it's not gonna get pushed out to 1,000 people first. So yeah, that's the problem with YouTube Shorts. But I think they are going to upload this algorithm, and the other problem is, as I uploaded my YouTube Shorts, I couldn't really use tags or use hashtags or use anything. Basically, I couldn't even write caption. So I don't know, I maybe fucked up somewhere, and it's possible, but I couldn't do it. So I don't know actually what happened. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I know I am not the one that should give you YouTube advice, because I am not there. But this is what I do, and this is what I think you should try out at least, because yeah, just give it a try, guys. I'm growing on my other channels. To be honest, I'm not putting in enough work in this YouTube channel, because I don't know why, to be honest, but I'm not putting enough effort to this. But I hope this video was helpful and you get out a lot of information, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.